Okay, let's move on then to some of the players that are sort of on the periphery first round, could maybe slip into there, but are more than likely going to be second round picks. So, Andrew, do you want to start off with a player that you want to talk about to begin with?
I think the next one up for me, in terms of being able to produce the goods in the NFL, I think for me this draft has got a lot of wide receivers that are tall and big guys. I think in previous years we've had a lot of little guys, so I'm going to stick with someone who's more on the NFL sort of profile for a wide receiver, and that's Adonai Mitchell from Texas. I think he has the next potential, although there wasn't loads of tape on him for the year of fantastic high-end stuff. I think the height, the weight, the speed, and the attributes, I think he just looks like he could produce the goods in the NFL. So I think that's for me a guy that could be going at the back end of the first. I think you've now got a nice little cluster of about 3 guys that I think would be really good value to a lot of those teams at the back end of the first, and Adonai Mitchell is one of them for me.
Okay, I'm just getting up so I can see the second round picks as well. Yeah, his 3-year college career, 2 years to begin with at Georgia, and then a year at Texas where he finished himself off there. 93 receptions, 1,405 yards, 18 touchdowns for his college career. If he's going at the back end, Adam, or maybe into the second, I mean, you've got a few teams that are maybe going to be looking there. Kansas City is one of them. I mean, you then go into the second, you got New England, Arizona, if they didn't take a receiver, I mean, they could double dip on wide receiver, I suppose, because they are weak at the position under Kyler Murray. You've got, I mean, Washington as well after getting rid of DJ Moore last year. They're looking to sort of get some stock back in as well. Can you see him going in this range? Do you think he's going to sort of, if it's not just in the first, it will be the top of the second?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did very well at the combine, didn't he? He kind of, apart from Xavier Worthy, I think he kind of was the star of the show. Did very well, tested incredibly well. Everyone was really loved what they saw, and he's a little bit of a scary prospect to me. I feel like he's had one amazing year and not a lot else, and that's kind of like a little bit concerning when it comes to, you sort of think, where was the rest of it? It just sort of wasn't really there. But yeah, Texas, of course, is a team, aren't they, who run the ball a lot as well, famously. So it is sometimes difficult for their wide receivers to be sort of get a lot of a look in there. But yeah, he's I think Kansas City makes a lot of sense if they want to go for a wide receiver. You could argue Buffalo would make a lot of sense if they don't want to move. A team that we've brought up multiple times as a team that does need a wide receiver and is at the back is the Baltimore Ravens. You know, that would make a lot of sense as well. They are basically Zay Flowers and not a lot else.
You'd be getting the polar opposite of Zay Flowers, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like in that respect, it would make sense. So yeah, I think that he would definitely be good there as a slightly different type of receiver for them. But yeah, you're right. I mean, if he does, not all of these are going to be first round picks. He could quite easily slip to the second round, and if he does, then I think you've got Carolina. I think are going to be looking for a wide receiver. New England are desperate for receivers. Again, as you said, Arizona is a good team that might want it, and the Chargers, of course, is another one. You know, there's quite a lot of teams. It's funny because it feels like there's actually a lot of wide receivers in the league. There's actually quite a lot of needy teams for wide receiver, and there's some really good wide receivers here. So yeah, I think any of them would make a lot of sense for someone like Mitchell.